Cristiano Ronaldo was very unhappy to go on the subs, but his coach proved to be brilliant. Let's see what happened during three games yesterday in round of 32 in FIFA World Cup. Game number one was, of course, Spain versus Austria. I must say, Spain is getting better now and going back to their old Spanish ways, uh, but not tiki taka style, thankfully. Now Spain is having their normal attacking football, and Austria completely disappointed me. I was watching some of their games in qualifiers and otherwise, and they showed to be like a team that can just always create chances and win even important games. But yesterday it was total disaster for Austria. Their best player was goalkeeper. It's just like, what can I say? Spain played okay. It wasn't a great game. It was very good game for Spain, but the game wasn't great because Austria hasn't done anything pretty much. Uh, what did they have? They have one big chance and a couple shots here and there. This is crazy. There was no shots on goal at all. I thought Austria could use their height advantage, and we're gonna be talking about this back to Austria-Algeria game when I will talk about Algeria. But we saw that Austria strengths could have been in a in the air, right, department, in the header department, but they have done nothing. It's just like ridiculous. Basically, what a waste of time. Spain could have won just by drawing a coin. Anyway, uh, the only good out of this game is that Spain is getting better, so we hope it will provide some fun for us in the future. Let's go back. Let's go forward to Portugal game with Croatia. This is the game when I thought Croatia was better, but hear me out. You look at this activity here, right? So you see, Portugal seems to be like controlling the game in the beginning, but then at the end of first half and then beginning of second, Croatia seems to start taking control of the game. Okay, so you have to look at this from this perspective. So when Portugal already scored second goal, right? Croatia started to control game fully, and Portugal just gave out initiative. But in reality, I think Croatia had some real quality to it. I was actually very surprised how well Croatia was moving the ball, their passing and everything, and only they scored three goals from offsides, and the last one in the last second, that was absolutely crazy. And I'm still not sure. Like, I personally did not see that there was a, like, I could not clearly tell was there a touch, because you see they showed this like a diagram, whatever, that chart from the ball, because ball has that sensor, right? So when player touches the ball, the pressure changes and sends this, right? But if you see that moment, uh, when if Croatian player touched that ball, it would be totally like touched by hair. Okay, I'm not sure if hair would kick that sensor. But right after the uh, Croatian player supposedly touched that ball, there was also a touch from Portuguese player. So I have conspiracy theory here. Maybe this referees over there, they mixed up who actually touched that ball. Is that really possible? It could be possible. So was that the chart that they had there, the diagram was from the Portuguese touch or Croatian touch? Because it would happen within like a fraction of a second. right? These two touches. But I did not see that ball would change direction, right? After Croatian touch, supposed touch, right? But definitely was changed direction from Portuguese defender's touch. But my general thing here is that Croatia was great, not the entire game, but second half. And in general, the first half of this game was pretty lame, let's say it like this. But in second half, things start to get fun, and it was good second half. Let's call it as it is. It's a good second half for both of these teams. Now, if you saw Cristiano Ronaldo being substituted, that was like we see Cristiano was completely unhappy. He was completely unhappy. But hopefully it's a good lesson for him because the substitute that coach put, Gonzalo Ramos, he was the one who scored goal, right? So since he scored goal, Cristiano Ronaldo should never complain. And another unfortunate thing, guys, is that we probably saying goodbye to Luka Modric. And just as general, when I look at Luka Modric and Cristiano Ronaldo on the field, Luka Modric looks like old, worn out guys. They're about same age. Luka Modric looks old, but Cristiano Ronaldo looks like he's made from something else. I think I've heard about Cristiano Ronaldo gives blood, right? And I heard about is that it's actually good for people to give out some blood because the new blood like refreshed, right? Fresh blood comes in. When you have old blood, you become like toxic, right? If you get out some of the old blood, then you get your blood renewed. Maybe that's the secret Cristiano Ronaldo has. I mean, so that's one thing, right? Like so, basically, maybe it's a good thing to donate your blood once in a while. So, guys, so this was a good second half, maybe most interesting second half out of all three games because Spain was dominating completely, and we're gonna talk about uh, Switzerland and Algeria right now. All right, here we have a game in which you know I thought teams were pretty equal. What happened in reality? In reality, we have Algeria, which you know they played okay, they played good, but they again failed to have this like final pace, ironed out. Basically, they were always able to come into the penalty area, and after that, only on a few occasions, right? Only on a few occasions they were able to actually do something with that ball. Other than that, they were just like good playing in the middle of the field, even in the final third, like they passing okay. Everything looks nice and good. But Switzerland was just counter-attacking with more precision, faster, and literally this score could have been like at least 3-0 or maybe even 4-0 because remember they even joke. It's a save of the match. It's a save of the match. It's when Swiss player, instead of shooting into empty net, hit right into Algerian goalkeeper. Now, guys, here what I want to talk about. There is some information, right, that in their last game in the group, Algeria and Austria, when Algeria was possessing that ball, right, for a long time without going forward. It's because 2-2 score was satisfying for both teams. And I had a video when I say like it's a like replay of Sweden Denmark 2-2. Basically, then something happened. There was a run and Algerians scored 3-2 now. And there are some videos that showing some pictures like discussing this. that have this, cutouts, like video cutouts from the field, show that Algerian players, after they scored this goal, they had this like a talk. They close their mouths and they talk, so we don't see what they say. That they most likely say like, "Oh, look, this goal takes us against Spain." And I don't know if this is true or not. I haven't checked, but I mean, as far as like a table standing, like a group standing. So they say like, "Oh, this goal just puts us against Spain." Let's actually see how Algeria finished their group, right? So Algeria was here on the third. So Algeria would go into the next round on the 4 points, but if they would have won this game, right, they would have they would be in the second place, and they would play, I guess, against Spain then, right? And then they allowed this second goal or third goal from Austria right away, right? Now, as a goal itself, it didn't look to me like something that Algeria just like, oh, here, score. It didn't look to me like Austrian work. But maybe Algeria did not defend in the full capacity. Maybe they just like were standing there just to make sure it doesn't look too bad, whatever. But it was kind of like, looked to me like it was kind of like the goal, like very, like not so obvious that this was like a goal that was permitted on purpose. Like it wasn't very obvious. But I heard there was talk. Hey, let's allow them to score, so we go in the third place and we go against like whatever Switzerland, but not Spain. So that's why my title says, "Wish come true." Algeria got Switzerland, and what do they get out of it? They get absolutely nothing out of it. Switzerland was sharper, more precise, just better team. Algeria, again, played okay. You see how many passes they had, uh, and they played okay, but they did not create real super danger for Switzerland. But Switzerland had some real opportunities. So Switzerland did what normal European team would do. Just it's like a classical 2-0 defeat, working victory, and tournament is going on without Algeria. And this is actually consistent with Algeria performance in African Cup as well, because Algeria seems to be that team that like maybe they even look often play better than their opponents, but they lose 1-0 anyway. So it's very consistent. They just don't have firepower. Actually, that's what it is. Like if I look at Algeria here, yeah, well, they score 5 goals, which is seems normal, but they also allowed 7 goals. But again, they played against Argentina here, right? And they also allowed 3 against Austria. And yeah, well, yeah, I think Algeria maybe just even a little bit overrated. They play okay, they fun to watch, but not not in the last like a dangerous zone. In the dangerous zone, they don't do much damage. Like I wish to know like how many shots they had here. 2 shots on goal. See, Switzerland even had more shots on goal. So I guess Switzerland, you know, did just good without any hassle. Very good. So this is the review of yesterday matches. Goodbye.